So this is a technique called brachiation, which is basically hanging from the arms. There's several progressions for this. So the first one I recommend, and what brachiation does and hanging from the arms, it gradually corrects shoulder position over time. So crusty old shoulders, achy shoulders, they get better over time. Only one I wouldn't recommend you really pushing this with is with a labral tear that hasn't been assessed and looked at properly. Shoulder impingements that cause pain here, be aware of those too. But I've got a chin-up bar here. I can use over the corner of a door for this part. This is the first level. And I've made a clip for this already, but I'm just kneeling and just letting my body hang from here. So I'm going to stretch through my lats, through all the arms. So that's the first level. And you're aiming to hold this for 4 sets of 30 seconds as you first start, then building it up to 2 sets of 1 minute each, then gradually into 1 set of 2 minutes in one go. So from here, as I'm here, my body's flared out a little bit here. So my body's actually flared like this as my arms come up. This is a common thing. If you want to unlock your shoulders really quick, you actually breathe out, and what it does, it makes the ribs that are flaring like this come in this way. So I breathe out, my ribs come in, and what that does is allow the air to fill up into my back and into the chest here as well, which actually opens the shoulders even better. So I put that hanging position, then I'm breathing out through the mouth. And I keep that little bit of compression in my abs here, the side abs. And as I breathe in, I let the air fill my rib cage, fill the back, sides, front of the chest. So if someone was filling my rib cage, it actually expands out and forward and back when I do this. So this is a skill to have for the rest of the progressions too. So the next progression is double arm hanging from use a chin-up bar, use a tree, then want a tree or a children's playground is really good. So if you find when you do this that you get pinching here, so there's a shoulder impingement, this will correct that over time. However, if you're first doing it, you may find it upsets it. So way to get around that, if you find that it pinches when you do this, grab underneath a heavy table or underneath a door handle. So you're grabbing under this way, and then you're hanging off the arm, so everything goes away. So the hips, the head goes away, and I'm actually hanging off my shoulder here. So it creates a depressor effect in the shoulder and clears that space. You may find you better hang and there's no pain, even doing 4 sets of 20 seconds. So that's the first thing you might have to do. Next one, you're grabbing on. So using a chair or step, grabbing on underhand grip, or you can do it this way as well, and it's good to play with either grip. I've got handles that do this grip too, and handles that do this grip. So playing with the grips alters what the shoulder's doing and the stretch on the lat. So I'm going to do it this way to start. And I'm just hanging here. So that's all that is. I hang there for starting off with whatever you can handle, so whatever you get 10 seconds when you first start. So aim to build it up so you've got about 2 minutes worth of practice. And you're doing this, aim for every day, and then if you miss a day or two, it doesn't matter too much. So you're doing about 5 days a week. So as I'm holding here my double handle when I'm supported by a chair or a step, I can just hang and the ribs will be flaring open like this, like I mentioned in the first level. So the ribs open like that. What I also need to play with is breathing out, so my ribs come in. Then keeping a bit of compression here, a bit of tension in the muscles, so that when I fill up, it'll fill up down here a little bit because of the muscle pressure, but the ribs will expand outwards, forwards and backwards, but I keep this a bit tight. So I'll be here hanging off, then I'm breathing out. And you'll feel it'll change the orientation through here. That's what you want. I keep this a bit tight. Breathe in, let it all fill up through my back, through here. So I'm keeping that, so it makes you look like you've got a flat belly. When the ribs flare out, it's like you've got a bit of a tummy belly. And the next progression here is one knee on the support, other knee up. So I've got less and less support is the idea. Still feeling it through my lats. Bringing the knee up actually helps you be able to get that compression to come down through here too. So you may find you're just hanging off just with your feet touching, it depends how tall you are. Then you're taking weight off, so you're putting less pressure through the foot, gradually going into no pressure. So you're here hanging. And particularly into that space, you want to be breathing out. So the ribs go from a flared position into a more compressed position here, and let the air come up through here. And this is a very strong stretch through all these muscles that are usually quite short and shut down. So on here, breathing out. I'm holding that for time. Gradually building up my wrist strength, my grip strength. So for men, aiming to get 2 minutes is where the marker is for this. And for a female, it's about 1 minute as well. Grip strength is majorly connected to the level of strength we have for the entire body and for our longevity and function throughout our life. And that's what goes down as we get older. So this can keep that really functioning well. So I'm just showing you a version with the inverted grip, the supinated grip. So I can go here or a bit closer to, depends on your flexibility in your shoulders. So I'll go just here. So this here is a big stretch for me, and I can do all the variations. Just hang. I can do an active hang where I'm actually pulling my shoulder blades down, or my armpits down towards my hips and holding that. It's an active hang, that's called. So it's strengthening things, so I can change the different levels from supported, one leg supported, no support, doing the different breathings. Or I can just be hanging, dead hang, where there's no active support here, and the different levels too. And where we go from here, once you can get 2 minutes on the double leg unsupported hang with the breathing, with the hollow body here, one hand, and repeat the process. So I've either got to step under my knees, or I'm just hanging with weight on my feet. This will put more strength through my grip, more stretch through here too, it's a different way. And I want to be changing sides. So you go to fatigue, change sides. So you've done that 1 minute. Then you're going to one leg up, less support, changing sides. Then you're going to 2 legs. I'm not strong enough to do that yet. So you're going to 2 legs supported, and when you can do that, you can keep the 2 legs off the ground and just keep changing. Very much like a monkey, you just change position.